Some say life is an uphill battle, but they rarely talk about the ascent itself. Every great climb begins with a single step, and there will come points where life will test you. The question is how high you'll climb. When we first set out to the first climb, we didn't know what to expect. Most of us had never been on an expedition of this magnitude before. We had no idea of the challenges, failures, victories, or personal growth that awaited us. Our story begins at the infamous Mount Denali, known federally as Mount McKinley, located in Alaska. Due to its extremely low temperatures and high wind speeds, it is considered by many to be one of, if not the most dangerous mountain within the United States. After a short hike to the mountain, we're ready to begin the ascent. Initially, I had planned to go first, but after some faltering, Jay volunteers to be the first to make the ascent and set up the rappel line for the rest of the team. I decided to take the role of primary belay instead, ensuring that we followed proper climbing safety procedures. Jay begins the first ascent. However, after experiencing an unfortunate set of circumstances and finding himself unable to proceed, Jay had no choice but to come back down so we could rediscuss as a group. Unfortunately, the footage for this next section of the climb was lost, but let it be known that Sima was the next to climb and thus set up the rappel line for the rest of the team, and she succeeded. Next, it was my turn to make the climb. And while the first half of the climb went as smoothly as one could hope, I ended up getting stuck after passing through the gap in the top. This was due to having some trouble setting up the crates on the transport line. But thanks to some helpful instruction from Sima, I was able to rappel successfully and get the crates up. Next up was Med, whose job was to move the crates on the transport line from one side of the net to the other through the gap in the top. Med successfully completes his task, managing to squeeze the crates through the gap at the top. However, while preparing to rappel, the team has a bit of a scare as Med accidentally breaks the 1-2-1 never none rule, fully disconnecting from everything and just hanging onto the net. Fortunately, however, Med does exactly what you're supposed to do in a high-stakes situation, and he stays composed. And after gathering his bearings, Med is able to clip into the rappel line and come down safely. The rest of the climb was completed without a hitch, and Jay, Satoru, Kevin, and Marathon are able to get to the other side of the net, with Kevin bringing most of the remaining gear in the bag. After having conquered Mount Denali, the team regrouped before setting our sights to our next target, Mount Aconcagua, located in Argentina. Despite Aconcagua being the tallest mountain in the Americas, it's a cakewalk compared to Denali.
North, 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 stop. There you go, we're there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. To be honest, There's not a lot to say about this climb.
No more free solo.
We came in a lot more prepared, got the rappel line set up without any issues. Most climbers brought a crate or two, so we never had to bring them all in one big go, and we finished the entire climb in only 2 sessions. But of course, this climb wouldn't have been so easy if we hadn't set the foundation in the previous one. Through spending a lot of time reinforcing our climbing knowledge, getting to know one another, building our trust in one another, and rotating through all positions of a climbing/belay team, it prepared us to be able to execute a lot more efficiently on this climb.
Yay.
Overall, we all learned a lot about both climbing and ourselves throughout this class, and these expeditions were a great way to wrap up the semester.
Like, I couldn't unclip it.
Oh yeah, you need more slack, bro.
Yeah.
You couldn't go through. We made it. Sorry, we made it.